New for you now at 5, a bill in the Indiana Senate could provide clarity for child welfare providers. News 10's Blake Dollier is live in the newsroom. He tells us what this bill could do to help children here in Indiana.
Kit, Senate Bill 266 was written by Senator John Ford of Terre Haute. It would establish a process where a child care facility would be able to request base rates, and that would give child care providers a clearer picture of items and what it would cost them. Indiana Senator John Ford says right now child service providers don't always have the clearest picture of necessary expenses.
Right now, there is a lot of guessing from the provider standpoint of what costs.
Ford says this legislation would help child care providers be able to pay better wages. That's because they'd have a better idea of where they stand financially. He says right now staff at child care facilities simply aren't making enough money, and if this bill passes, he believes it will help everyone involved in child care.
They're competing for staff right now with McDonald's and Wendy's, and they need to get their wages up. So it will help providers, but in the long run, it really helps the kids.
Ford says there are nearly 20,000 children in state care that need this help. Staff at child care centers are required to have a 1-to-5 staff to client ratio. But Ford says the Department of Child Services only pays for a ratio of 1-to-8. He says this leaves providers in a tough spot.
That's probably a good example of what we're trying to solve here is how do we get requirements by DCS in line with provider costs.
Ford says with all this in mind, it's key to help the providers now so they can help kids, especially with behavioral health concerns, from an early age.
And we need to provide them with all the services we can, because if we can help them at the earlier ages, the better adults they will become.
This bill unanimously passed the Senate Committee on Family and Child Services. Now Senate Bill 266 will go to the full Senate for consideration. Reporting live in the newsroom, Blake Dollier, News 10.